Hi, everyone. I'm Robyn Zimmerman, and this is Talk of the Town. Our friend and partner, Steve Gaito, has joined us once again. He is, as you know, a certified financial planner, and he guides us through our retirement planning each month. And he says, well, if not now, when should you be planning for retirement? Well, let's take some action now, right, Steve? Why do people just like wait?
Well, and been doing this for 30 years, and numerous times as the market's corrected and things like that we weren't planning happen. I just hate to see people dealing with less income later on in retirement. And, right now the stock market's at an all-time high. Unfortunately, we've got inflation that's at pretty high levels. Those are things that come into play. And then the big thing that's out there, I shared with you about our national debt. It's growing at a rate of $1 trillion every 100 days. And that to me is probably the most scary thing that's out there.
Let's repeat that. Our national debt is growing $1 trillion basically every 3 months, a little over every 3 months. I mean, that's just astronomical, Steve.
And that's going to impact people down the road. As you're aware, I had a little heart issue and had to go and have some stents put in my heart. But one of the things that really hit me was I'm sitting there in the hospital room waiting, and nobody is worried about anything because the vital signs that I had all said I was in great shape.
Right.
And it wasn't until I actually had the echocardiogram that they realized that there was some blood flow that wasn't working like it should. Well, that's kind of what's going on with retirement plans right now. On the surface, with the market high, it looks like it's all good. And everybody has confidence right now that it's good. But it only takes one market correction, them to change the tax laws, anything along those lines to upset your retirement apple cart. And it's better to make the changes right now while everything's high than waiting until it goes down and then not be able to have the income you want in retirement.
Right. And taxes are fairly low right now. Is that correct as well?
Historically low. And you've got to think, I was doing a presentation in Georgia last week, and one of the questions came up, well, Trump says if he wins, then he's going to lower taxes. What do you think about that? How does that impact your planning? I said, well, that's great for 4 years, but that after 4 years, it doesn't go away. We're still growing at such a rate that national debt's going to be a problem. It's got to be paid for sometime, somewhere. And where's the money? It's like $37 trillion are sitting in retirement accounts. I think that's at risk.
And so we don't need to be worrying. That's why planning and having a strategy and having an advisor is so critical. So again, it's not so much about your portfolio, but it's kind of putting all the pieces of the puzzle together with someone like you.
Yeah, and that's really what I try to, we want to basically pick the fruit while it's ripe. And right now with the stock market high, it's a great time to take some of that off the table and create income that's not going to go down when the market does. Right. Because that's kind of the triple whammy that we've had in recent years is that we saw, the market go down in 2022. We saw inflation go high. And taxes are looming as the third level that's going to just impact people's retirement. Now is a perfect time. And the comment I wrote, if not now, when?
Right.
Do you want to have less money for the rest of your life because the market corrected? Do you want to have less money because stock or taxes went up? We know the impact that inflation has on our retirement. So we've got to deal with all three of those. And now is a critical time to be able to do those types of changes.
And so how are you feeling? I know you've been in rehab, so things are going well.
I get in trouble every time I say that. Madeline corrects me and says, you're in cardiac rehab. When you say you're in rehab, it's like you've been sent off to a farm somewhere.
Right. Sorry, yeah, right. Cardiac rehab. And but you said your blood pressure continues to be low, but you feel good, and you had
great.
How many stents did you have put in?
I had 4 stents put in, and I was 99% blocked in the major artery in your heart.
Wow.
So I'm thankful to be here.
Well,
But that's the same thing that's going on with people. I provide folks with a kind of an x-ray of their plan to see if there's anything that's blocking your retirement plan. And that's where I find that, typically people have a confidence level of about 65%. Well, the way to think about that, if you're going to get on a plane flying from Hilton Head to California, and it only had a 65% chance of getting there,
right.
I don't know about you, but I'm not getting on that plane.
No. Well, Steve, thank you so much. As always, you give us great advice. Steve Gaito, a certified retirement planner. Thanks, Steve.
Thank you.